this is Lisa, the original Designing Diva. I'm here today to do a in-depth tour of the complete planner package I have offered on my Etsy shop. I know I have everything listed in the actual Etsy listing of what's included, but I think it's easier to to understand it if you can just visualize it and see what the planner package actually is. I also wanted to show you how neatly they fit into my leather Faux Doris. All 5 inserts, all 5 booklets will fit into my leather Faux Dori, and that's from the top, from the front, from the bottom, and from the back. And you can see how neat they look. You know, they're all uniform and nice and presentable, and it's just a much more polished look, I think, to your planner. Me personally, I like it better than all different things showing, and that's just my opinion. But I just wanted to show you that. They will fit in my leather Faux Doris, I guarantee only. The other Faux Doris that I have, I don't think they will fit. Not all 5 inserts at once. And these, my leather Faux Doris, they measure just shy of 11.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. And you can see by the width of the spine how much room there is in this planner. And so that'll give you an idea of the size of a planner that will fit all 5 inserts. And you can, measure your planner and go from there. This planner may be spoken for. I'm in the process of talking back and forth with a customer who wanted some changes, and if I'm able, to do what she would like, then I think it's spoken for. But I had already chosen this planner to do this video, so I will just go ahead and do the video. Okay, so there's 5 books. The first book is January, February, March. The second book is April, May, June. The third book is July, August, September. And the fourth book is October, November, December. And the 5th book is your miscellaneous planner pages, your contact list, and your holiday bonus insert. And before we start, I just want to mention these inserts are highly customizable because every single month will come out of its cover. So, and they're all undated. Everything is undated. It just has the month on it. So if you want to start this in April, if you want to start it in May, if you want to start in April, you can take your either move the whole book or take your April insert out and start that way. You can do whatever, you can arrange this any way you like, because every single month, every single insert in the booklet is removable. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. And every layout for every month is exactly the same except for January. And the only difference in January is that January also includes goals for the year. That's the only difference. So let's do February. And like I said, every month is exactly the same except for January. So you start out with your monthly goals, and this is set up like your yearly goals, but every month has a set of goals for you. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. And for each goal, you have a date started and a date completed. And I've listed 3 steps, but you can, add different things. You can break it up differently if you want and add different things in here if you want. But as it stands, you have a setup for 4 goals for the month. Then you have a monthly to-do page, and it's the date to do and the date completed, and important dates for the month, and it's the date and the reason. And this is your month on 2-page calendar. And like I mentioned, it's all undated. It does have the month. And it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and notes. I do start my weeks on Monday. That's just, I like my weeks to start on Monday, so that's how I started these. There are 6 weeks on each monthly calendar. And that's because if your month starts on a Sunday and it's a 5-week month, you're going to need that extra week. So that's your month on 2 days. And then you have a week on 2 days, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then notes. And there's lots of room on the bottom here for either decorating or additional notes or whatever you want to do. And there's 5 weeks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in every month. And then you have expenses for the month. We have 2 pages for that, and it's the date and the expense. You have 3 project planning sections for each month, and they are 2 pages. Each project is 2 pages, and it starts with contacts you might need, supplies you might need, expenses you might have, and any other additional notes. And then it gives you up to 6 steps to complete your project, and then the outcome of your project. And you can, again, break these up any way you want. You know, you can add additional steps or, you know, do parts to each step, but however you want to do it. And like I said, there's 1, 2, 3 projects for the month. This is another month on 2-page calendar, and this is for menu planning. So you can plan your menu for the month, and there's a note section, and this also has, you know, room to decorate or make additional notes, whatever you want. And then this is your master cleaning schedule is in your miscellaneous pages. This is to keep track of the cleaning you've done for the month. So each month we'll have one of these, and it's your daily, and the daily is divided into week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then weekly chores, monthly chores, biannual, and annual. So if you do spring and fall cleaning, you know, you can put that in here. If you do annual, that will go in here once a year, something you may do once a year. You have a section for quotes for the month, and a travel section for the month, and you have room for up to 5 trips per month, and it's the date you leave, where you're going, the reason for your trip, the date you return, and when you've packed. And then there's 2 pages of just random thoughts and ideas you can record, and there's 1, 2, 3 pages of notes. So that's how each month is set up, except for January, because January includes goals for the year. There's 3 months in each booklet and a line section in each booklet. So that's your months. We'll go to the miscellaneous planner pages. And this starts out with a list for your favorite movies and your favorite books. And it's the date you enter it, the movie, the date you saw it if you remember, the same, the date, the book, and the date you read it if you remember. And then you have 2 pages for favorite quotes. I gave you 2 pages because they take up more room, and it's the quote itself and who said it. This section is movies that you want to watch, and it's the date, the movie, where you want to watch it, and the date you saw it. And then there's a same type of section for books. Books to read, the date, the book, and the date you read it. There's 2 pages for that. And then TV shows you want to watch, and it's the date, the show, where to watch. If you watch it on Netflix or something, whether you binge watched it, and the date you saw it. I also use this for noting upcoming TV shows that I want to DVR, because they seem to advertise the shows. There's new shows starting all throughout the year now. There's no, new fall season. It's all throughout the year they're starting new shows. And sometimes they advertise them long before the show's going to start. And I don't know about whatever TV system you have. Mine don't show up until 2 weeks before they're going to show on my DVR, to be able to DVR. So when I see a show that interests me, I'll note it down, and then I'll, check my list and go check my DVR, and then when it becomes available, I'll set it to record it. But I use this list for that also. This is your master cleaning schedule, and the other one was to keep track of the cleaning you've done. This is your master of what you should be doing, I guess. I don't know. But it's, a daily schedule, a weekly schedule, a monthly schedule, a biannual schedule, the month things are due, and an annual schedule, the month things are due. And this is a password keeper. I gave you 4 pages for this for the year. Because some people, I know when some places I worked, they required you to change your password like every 90 days or something. So I gave you 4 pages so you can keep, if that's the case, you can keep track of your passwords. Or if you just like to change your personal passwords a lot, you have enough room to keep track of it for the year. And it includes the site, your username, your password, and the date you started using that password. So as you go down your list, you'll know which is, by the date, which is the current password you're using. This is a gift giving list, and it has the date, the item, who the gift is for, the reason for the gift, where to get the gift, and the price and the date purchased. And I give you 2 of those. You have, each list is 2 pages, and you have 2 lists. 2 separate lists. This is for doctor visits, and it's who went to the doctor, the reason, the date, and I give you 4 of these also. You can use each page for an individual person, and just list the doctor above, or you can, just keep one continual list for everybody, just have who the person was, the reason, the date, and you can also fit the doctor they saw in here. And I do the same thing for veterinarian visits. It's set up the same way, and you have 4 pages for that also. This is a master packing list. You have 2 separate master lists for air travel and 2 separate master lists for road trips. So you can have 2 people with a packing list for both. And I do air travel and road trips because you do pack differently depending on which mode of travel you're going to use. And you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. You can, of course, add more categories if you want. And you can either fill this list out when you pack sometime, or you can sit down and brainstorm it. And then the next time you pack, you can just check your list, and you won't forget anything that way. So that's your packing list. This is a wish list, and this can be anything you want it to be. It's the date your wish, the date you got your wish, and if it, if there was a price attached to it, if it was something you purchased. And you have 4 pages of that. This is a mileage log. I also gave you 4 pages. Some people need to keep track of their mileage for work. Some people, I just like to keep track of it for my own personal knowledge. But it's the date, the reason, and the mileage. And then this section is, you have 2 sections for items to buy. I use one section for personal items and one section for business items that I need to purchase for my businesses. You can set this up however you want if you don't have a business and you have 2 sections for personal items. And it's the date, the item, the reason, where to buy it, and the date purchased. And you can also fit the price in there if you like. And then you have 2 additional project planning sections, and they're set up exactly the same way as the ones in your month. And you have note sections. And this is just a little thank you for using Album Alchemy inserts. This I'm including a written contact list because I included it because it's important to me. I know everybody has their contacts in their phone, and I do too. You know, it's the most convenient way to get in touch with someone. But my concern, and maybe I worry too much, and it's never happened to me, God forbid, but it could happen to anyone, that for some reason you are no longer ever able to retrieve that information from your phone. And if that ever happened to me and I didn't have this list, I would be heartbroken because it's years worth of contacts and phone numbers and addresses and email addresses. And the ones that would break my heart are people that I don't necessarily keep in touch with all the time. I may only get in touch with them once a year or once every couple years, but they're people that are still important to me, and I would feel terrible if I lost that information. I would never ever be able to remember it all. And so I always have and I always will keep a written copy of my contact list, and then if something happens to my phone, I can use this while I don't have a phone. Or if I need to get a new phone, I then have this information to re-enter in my phone when I get it. So I included it. It's there to use if you like. That's my reasoning for including it, and my reasoning for using for my own personal use. So that's a yearly. It's a contact list. You can move this over year to year. There are 2 pages per letter, each except for, I think there's 2 letters that I put on together. I think it was X and Y. X and Y, yeah, they're together. But you also have additional room on the top and the bottom if you need to add more than you have space for. I know some letters I have more names than I have room for names, and I just added them. Or you can decorate whatever you want. But that's your written contact list that I'm including. And this is your holiday bonus log. And it starts out with your holiday schedule. And I broke it down into shopping, decorating, cooking, baking, visiting, and volunteering. And you can add other things in between, or you can have, 3 different shopping dates, however you want to do it. Everything in this book you can personalize pretty much. And it's the date, where, what, the time, and who. So that's your holiday schedule. I give you a page for a holiday project planning, and again, it's like all the other project plannings. I give you a section for there's 2 sections actually, for new holiday decorating ideas. And again, this doesn't have to necessarily be new decorating ideas. It can be something that you do every year that you want to, make a note of, and it has the date, your idea, the items you need for your idea, where to buy them, the date you purchased them and the cost, and the date your decorating idea was done. And you have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decorating ideas. This is your holiday gift list. You have 4 pages for this, I believe. Yeah, 4 pages. And it's the item, who it's for, where to buy it, the date purchased, and the cost. And I gave you a holiday menu planner. And this is your holiday eve menu, and this one's your holiday day menu. And I broke it down into main dishes, sides, salads, and dessert for both menus. And you can add additional, you can add additional things halfway down, or, do all main dishes. You can break this up any way you want. If you want to, add additional things besides main dish, salads, and sides. You can add something else, part way down is a header. And this is your holiday food shopping list. You have 2, and it's the item, where to buy it, the date purchased, and the cost. And then this is just a little section to keep track of any holiday traditions you may have. I think, it's nice to have a record of that. And it's a place for the tradition, who started it, and when it was started. And then this is a place for any notes, holiday notes. And the back section, the back is for New Year's Eve notes. So that's your planner. I hope that explained it a little bit better than, reading a listing. I myself always like to see something. I think it's better that way. You get a much better idea of what something actually is. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below or email me at my Etsy shop. Again, that's Album Alchemy. If you're interested in a custom insert, something that's not included in this, definitely email me, and we will work together, and I will come up with something that is what you need and is workable for you. So I thank you for watching. I hope this was a helpful video. This is Lisa, the Original Designing Diva, saying bye-bye for now.